a sure thing so far. Thank you for your patience while we have had to move over from live streaming in Facebook, and we're now on another platform. So if you are here, thank you very much for joining us and for listening, and you'll be able to watch the replay afterwards. I'm not sure with this new system whether we can do any comments, so we'll just try and just go with the flow. So thank you for joining. It's a sure thing. It's about community making a difference, sharing, learning, and growing together. Tonight's guest is a very special lady who has been working in the health and wellbeing industry for over 10 years with her listening hands therapy massage. And in 2018, along with her amazing partner, Urs, they purchased the Farm for Wellbeing at Flaxley. And they've been, and Joan has been running women's circles and running women's groups for the last 10 years. Her philosophy and her partner's philosophy is all about helping people help themselves. The Farm for Wellbeing is an incredible 23-acre property in the Adelaide Hills in South Australia, and there is so much to do there. They have retreats, they have workshops, they have yoga, they have women's circles, they've got a bell tent, a lunar tent, and there's somebody staying in there for the first time tonight. So you can have your own private retreat space. You can hire the centre, the Wellbeing Centre, for retreat weekends or collaboration. So there's so much we're going to talk about with the beautiful, amazing Joan Carpenter, the custodian of the Farm for Wellbeing. Welcome, Joan.
Hello, Sue. Hello, everybody. We are so persistent, are we? And here we are.
Here we are. We do not give in. So thank you to our producer, Adair, who's behind the scenes making this happen. So Joan, share with us all the Farm for Wellbeing and what it means to you and why you started, why you wanted to bring this to the community, please.
Okay, well, that is a great question. So, as you said, Sue, I've been a massage craniosacral and working with women and men, but primarily women for many years. And to be honest, I was getting really tired of setting up and packing down and going from here and trying to find a hall or, a venue. And the children were getting older. My twins were finishing high school, and Urs and I both had lived on the land. I was raised on a farm in North Dakota. He's Swiss, lived in the mountains, learned to make cheese, was in the Adelaide Hills for 20 years as well, working on a farm. And we wanted to go back to the land, and I have wanted to be part of a wellness center, and I was part of Unfold with Loretta for many years, and that was wonderful in Mount Barker. And anyway, we just had this great opportunity come up. We were looking around, nothing was quite right. And, we needed two houses because we had to live there and I wanted to have the wellness center there. So a friend of mine who's a massage therapist hurt her thumb and she was sending her clients to me. And one of her clients one day said to me on the massage table, "Joan, I'm thinking of selling my farm." And I said, "Well, we're thinking of buying one." And that was pretty much it. I walked onto the farm and my roots went down. Like, people that know me know that I love trees, right? And I identify with them. Yeah. Roots down and growing towards the light with a great view. What could be better than that? And you get to hang out with birds all the time. Like, how good is that to be a tree, right? Oh. Anyways. So I walked onto the farm and it's like, this is it. And the people that had lived here were really lovely. They loved the land too. But it's a big job looking after 24 acres with two buildings, and lots of sheds and this kind of stuff. And Urs is going, "Oh, but I'll do the Swiss accent. Oh, but that needs work and that needs work. And what about this?" And I'm like, yes, dear, I know. It'll be fine. Don't worry. And he's like, okay. So anyway.
He needs to live to the age of 100 just to get the jobs done that you want doing. Yep.
Horsley, fix it, please. And he does. He's amazing. I couldn't do it without him.
Yeah.
So anyway, the family joke is that settlement day was June 27th. Well, guess whose birthday is June 27th?
Oh, no way.
And Orson, only you would get a farm for your birthday. Wasn't even my 60th. It was only my 59th. So anyway, we hit the ground running. I just started putting the word out that we just happened to have this building that it was actually the farmhouse that we could have events in, and people were booking in, and I was running my Wise Woman Within You retreats, which became Earth Mother retreats, which then, as has been mentioned in the advertising for this meeting tonight for you and I, that that's turned into Speak Up, Speak Out, a gathering of women, which is we're going into our 4th year next February, and that's really exciting because it brings women together, sharing their passion. That's what we love to do. Help people grow themselves, speak their passion, and offer something that helps people help themselves.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. And I know I've come up there a few times from down here in Halleck Cove, and I've driven through the hills to come and attend some of your women's circles on a Wednesday morning, and they're just absolutely heavenly and beautiful, and just those womb connections, like you say, and just great to be on the land as well. It's like you're a million miles from anywhere, but you're actually not far from suburbia either. So I love that about the farm. And all of the other workshops that you've done. And I've known you for a number of years now. And when you bought the farm, not knowing actually what direction or what to do with it, and then everything just happened, and what you've achieved in such a short period of time, because it was 2018 you bought the property, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2018. So what's happened? You've had over 100 events. I was reading 100 events that's huge. That's a lot of work.
I'm pretty sure. I'm actually too busy to count, but I know we've had over 40 this year. We had 50 last year. I mean, that includes my women's circles. That includes half day, full day, 2-day, weekend. And we've had we had one 5-day retreat, and we've had a 7-day retreat here as well. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. There's no way I could have known then what was going to unfold, but it's a great example of when you set an intention and you trust and you just keep going. Luckily, Orson and I are blessed with a lot of energy. And, if we're not working, we're thinking about it, or we're going to the beach. But, it takes a lot of work. And, we've had helpers through Workaway and HelpX and volunteers and some paid work as well that have come and helped us, because it's not just us. It's a whole team. Yeah. As you know, Sue, it takes a tribe. It takes a village to really make things happen.
It does. And, that is what you're building there, because you've got your community, you've got your garden happening, you've got people coming to stay whenever they need to. And you've also got, you've got the events coming up. You've got the summer solstice coming up on the 19th of December, which is a massive collaboration. I've booked my ticket, so I know I'm definitely coming. But, you've got this amazing collaboration of Sacred Cacao. You've got Matthew Greenwood coming. You've got all this, and Michelle and James Byrne from Shanty Sound doing a sound bath as well. Yes. I mean, woo!
How good is that? They were here last year too, and it was just such a blessed way to end the day. The sun was setting behind the gums, and yeah, it was just so beautiful. Special. I love this. I guess the solstices are our biggest events, the winter and the summer, and I really align with them. There's something very sacred and special, and it so tuned you in with nature. Like for the winter one last year, we almost called it off because of weather, but I just sat with it, tuned in. It's like, no, do it, go with it. And we had a backup plan, but we didn't really need the backup plan because the heavens stopped just as we did the outdoor labyrinth part of the afternoon, evening, which people that have been here know it's kind of like a maze, but it's more like a spiral. You go in with a question as your mantra, and you walk into the center, and you pause for an answer or another question, and then you walk out, and you do that in silence. When it's in amongst the trees, it's just beautiful. So, It's probably one of the places on the farm where people have had the most profound experiences. Between that and Grandmother Tree, where we
Yeah.
have meditations. Yeah, it's very special.
And you've also got a sweat lodge there as well, haven't you? So, I mean, there's not a lot you haven't got there. You've even got an outside dunny and an outside toilet. I'm being very Australian there. An outside toilet and an outside shower
Bush
as
shower,
well.
yeah. We do. And the amphitheater. Some people call them a dam. I call it the amphitheater, and that's where the sun bath happens. Yeah, we're pretty rustic here, but I love it. And probably the most common things people say is, oh, they feel like they just come to the grandmother's house or they've come home. Some people, as soon as they get out of the car, I watch them. I can almost see the gears shifting, and I walk
Yeah.
over to them, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's so peaceful here."
Mm.
And they start listening to the birds, and they see the roses, and yeah, like we hold the space, but the land does the magic. The land, it's tree therapy. Like, you just go and be with the trees, hug them, sit under them, lay under them, and let the magic happen.
Beautiful. And you've also been, you want to renovate the community kitchen in the Wellbeing Centre. So there's actually a GoFundMe page, isn't there? Like, is it a GoFundMe
Yes, we
page?
do. We do have a GoFundMe page. Yes, it's on Facebook, and yeah, I mean it's a country kitchen, and it's had so many meals and good vibes in there, but we just need it more functional. So
Yeah.
we put ourselves out there and done this GoFundMe page, and we've raised about $3,000. And to be honest, we'd love it to be a bit more because there's a few things we want to do to make people more comfortable. We need to do more with the cabinets. We're putting in a new stove. We have this tiny stove. It's like 600 or something. And there's been a couple times where we've brought the catering in, and especially when it's come from other retreats that have been here. They're like, the lasagna doesn't fit. So we have to cut it, put it in other pans, like. But, again, we've been so busy that we've just kind of been making it happen, keeping it working, keeping it going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for
Absolutely.
mentioning
And
that.
it has to grow. The kitchen has to grow to make it more streamlined and efficient and easier for all the numbers that are coming in. So it's,
Definitely.
and the community, you're open and welcoming the community to come in. If anybody wants to come and help do some gardening or anything, any kind of construction, building work, anything to help on the property, you would, I'm sure, welcome them with open arms to have a busy working bee.
Thank you, Sue. Yes, and we definitely will have actual working days when we start doing the kitchen. Our builder's busy at the moment, but as soon as he can, then he'll start the reno. I just wanted to say that there's been some amazing things that have happened for this kitchen, like so Wendy Matthews and Lily DeLeo, Mark Dobson, and other musicians have come and done kirtans here at the farm, which is called and response devotional singing. And not taking a cent for it. They've donated their time. Wendy's brought food, and we've sold tickets purely to raise money for the kitchen. And I'm just so thankful to them for that, because not only are they really gorgeous people, but and energy-wise, just having them here, the land, and we feel so blessed. But just the fact that somebody would do that for us is just it shows that the heartfelt community that especially is in the hills. I have to speak to the hills because I've lived here 20 years. So
Yeah.
And I want to say also that so I've gifted back to them the farm, and they're holding their own event on Friday, the 17th of December. It's called Chanting the Triple Goddesses, and Wendy, Lily DeLeo, Kirsten Robinson, and Jolie of Blooming Lotus are going to be holding an event here in the Luna tent. And I think they sold all the tickets, but it's definitely on our Facebook page. So if you're interested in coming to more chanting and dancing and cacao, then check out the event on the Farm for Wellbeing Facebook page, Chanting the Triple Goddesses, on the 17th of December. Oh, and just also on that, so 2 days later, the 19th of December, is the Summer Solstice event. It's only 20 tickets. We've already sold, I think, 12. The early bird has finished, but that starts at 12 with Matthew Greenwood and myself opening it. Matthew's taking us into a sacred pipe ceremony. Then we will have Connie Van Bellen will be doing chakra dance. And this will all be outside and amongst the trees. Then Vesna Kevik from Visions for the New Earth will be doing a small fire, but a ceremony as well. After which there'll be a break. Oh, excuse me. There's a break in Vesna, and then after Vesna, we're serving a vegan supper or dinner with salads and Orsa's famous breads and this kind of stuff. And then the cream on the cake is the sound bath in the amphitheater with sound with Michelle and James. So BYO mat, spray, and eye pillow and blankie. But you will be comfortable. And I apologize already if the Jack Russells come and lay on you when you're lying down in the theater.
I want that to happen.
Fifi and Mia, they're the mascots of the farm. Yeah.
It sounds divine. Adair actually did put a post on there before saying, sounds divine. I'm keen to get there and experience it. Adair, you would absolutely love it. And I'm going to be so immersed in this experience on the 19th and all the other things that I really would love to come along to as well. So I did want to just touch on the Speak Up, Speak Out, the Gathering of Women, because you've got the next one happening in February next year, and you've got some sponsorship opportunities. So if people want to actually pay for 2 women to attend that, if they can't afford to pay for that, there's a sponsorship opportunity for that. And you've got 3 levels of sponsorships, as well as promotional options to actually help bring this event to life and really make it affordable and accessible for everyone. So I know you started it in March 2019, and it's grown from just being a 1-day event to now a full 2-day event. So do you still need presenters as well? Are you looking for presenters still?
Well, yes, we are. So thanks for asking, Sue. Yeah, it's because we have 2 days. We do need presenters. If people have presented before, they're on the waiting list, because we're trying to give an opportunity for people that have never presented at Speak Up, Speak Out. And let me tell you this, most of the people that present have never presented anywhere. So this is a really great platform for people to launch themselves, to give it a try, because it's not hundreds of people, it's possibly 40, 50 women. And this year we're opening up the whole farm. So we used to only have the main stage, but now we're also opening up the Luna tent, Grandmother Tree, and the Sacred Womb site, so that people can run little sessions at those sites as well. What else do you want to say about that? Okay. So yes, there's the main stage presenters. Then there's those other sites I just spoke about. Then there's also our market area, and that's where people can have stalls to sell, especially handmade things, or things they've created, or like beautiful Bliss Jewelry, who I met at EA the other day and bought myself a new ring. Like her stuff is just gorgeous, as well as crystals, and so that kind of stuff can happen as well. And I have to say, our prices are really affordable, and we really are a launching pad for people, so that if you're new and you're thinking, oh, I'd love to run a workshop, come and do it, and Speak Up and Speak Out, hang out with us, have fun, camp, bring your swag. You can go experience that Bushar we talked about. So if you want to know more, it's not launched yet, because we're waiting for the sponsorship to come through, but we do want to have it happen, have it launched before Christmas. So contact myself through the Farm for Wellbeing. Easy to remember, the email address is just thefarmforwellbeing@gmail.com, or send something through Messenger. Connie Van Bellen is my amazing admin helper, and so she or I will get back to you. And as much, and also our committee. So I have a committee too. So if you want to say, oh, I'd like to come and I'd like to help, oh, I really love being a volunteer, you can do that as well.
Beautiful. So you've got your website as well, your recently built website, thefarmforwellbeing.com.au. You've got your Instagram. You got Instagram?
Yep.
Instagram page, and also the Facebook page, so, and the email. So yeah, please get in touch with Joan. Ask any questions whatsoever. We will be posting some details on the comments links in the section as well. So and also, Joan, you are part of the Global Wellness Directory on sueshaw.com.au, on my website, part of the Enlightened Directory. So all the details and all your or most of your events are up there, but because you've got so many of them, so people
can't keep up.
Yeah, you've got to keep up with that. So so there's plenty of places and platforms for people to get in touch with you. And also, if you can't remember, get in touch with me, and I'll link you up with Joan. So, well, it sounds amazing. I'm very excited to be there and to support you in any way I possibly can. And I know when last time I was up at the farm for the kirtan, we actually ended up staying the night because it was much easier and it was great. I had the whole dorm to myself and I had the best night's sleep after the cacao ceremony and everything. It was just divine. So I would like to, as I said to you before, offer something to do. I don't know yet. We'll talk about it, but I'd like to offer my services to present at another time for you guys, for people to come to the farm and whatever that may be.
Well, Sue, I have to just butt in before you do a beautiful farewell, because I was part of Enlightened Adelaide 2 times, and you're so inspiring, and you really have been a wonderful influence on myself, on how I work with people too, and just I think I started up Wise Women Within You Tribe, possibly after I was part of Enlighten, and just the way holding the circles at the beginning of the event, like I do that at SUSO as well, and I just want to take a moment to acknowledge you, because you're such a wonderful person. You're so genuine and you're fun. Like, we always laugh so much when we're together, and the day you came up here and did this little mini interview on the farm, like, we were just cackling sitting outside the house.
It was great. Yeah. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much. And we need more people to do things like this. The more the merrier, and let's keep spreading the joy and keep sharing. And if people can't do it on their own, we'll collaborate. And
that's right. Not everybody has to have 24 acres of bushland. Like, Urs and I are seriously happy to share, and we can't, we have boundaries, what we can and cannot do. And, everybody wants to come and live at the farm. Well, that's not possible, but you can come and put up a tent or swag it. And, like this young guy who came tonight to stay in the Luna tent for 24 hours, walking around with him and showing him around. I just feel so humbled that we can do that. I'll just say, we are inclusive. Everyone is welcome at the farm. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes. All welcome.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for everybody for your patience with going live today. And thank you, Adair, for finding a way, as you always do, for us. And Joan, an absolute pleasure. And I will see you on the 19th for the summer solstice. All right.
And thank you, Adair, from me as well. Thank you so much for your persistence and patience.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Happy solstice.
Yay. Bye, everyone.